For this question, we are going to find an equation of a line that's perpendicular to a given line, 9x plus 12y is equal to 2, and then the line that we want also contains the point 15, 7. So this is what we do whenever we're trying to find an equation of a line. We need two things first. First, we need the slope, and then we need to have the point. So we can plug in the slope and the point into the point-slope form of the line. Y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. At the end, we will isolate the y to get y is equal to mx plus b, namely the slope-intercept form. And usually this is the end. Alright, so let's see. I want to get the slope first, but then we are given a line. 9x plus 12y is equal to 2. So what we do is, we're going to look at this equation and then isolate the y so we can figure out what's the slope of this line. And then we'll do the perpendicular slope to this line. So let's get to work. Let me write down 9x plus 12y is equal to 2. And then what we'll do, as usual, that's minus 9x on both sides, so they cancel. And then we will have 12y equals to negative 9x plus 2. And then we will divide everything by 12. This way, this and that cancel, and then I will get the y by itself. We have the y, and this is going to be, let's work this out, negative 9 over 12. We have to reduce the fraction. We will end up to get negative 3 over 4. X, put it on the side. And then plus 2 over 12, that's 1 over 6. As we can see, this is the equation in the slope-intercept form of the original line. So that will tell us this number, the number in front of the x, it's going to be the slope. So m is equal to negative 3 over 4. But the question is saying I want to find a perpendicular slope. Right? We want the line to be perpendicular, so we need to use a perpendicular slope. So let me label it like this, m perpendicular, and what we do is, you see we have a negative slope. The perpendicular slope is going to be the opposite sign and the reciprocal. So we have the negative, this is going to be positive. Earlier we have 3 over 4, now we are going to have 4 over 3. And this is the slope that we are going to use. Okay, let me just box this. But this is not the answer yet because we want to come with the equation at the end. But this is the slope, not this one. Alright, then what are we going to use? This point, 15, 7, because that's the only point that we have. It has to be x1, y1, and then we can get to work. I'm going to plug in this and that into this equation right here. And perhaps, in this case, I technically want the perpendicular slope. So let me label m perpendicular right here and m perpendicular right here. To emphasize, we are using 4 over 3 in this case. Alright, look at this. We will have y minus y1. As we can see, y1 is going to be 7. And then that's equal to m perpendicular, which we saw it was 4 over 3. And then I'll put a parentheses. The x stays the same, but the minus the x1 is the 15. So I'll put down 15 right here. And close the parentheses. Yes, it fits. Alright, so what we do next is we're going to isolate the x. Usually you have a number in front of the parentheses because that's the slope, right? So we'll take this number and then distribute it into the parentheses. And now we will have y minus 7 equals to 4 over 3 times x. That's just 4 over 3x. But then what's 4 over 3 times minus 15? We know it's going to be minus, and perhaps we can do this on the side real quick. 4 over 3 times 15. I put down a negative right here already, so I'm just going to work out the number. And to do this, I can look at this as 15 over 1. And then we can cross reduce first, because 3 goes into 3 once, and 3 goes into 15 5 times. If you cross reduce, the number will be smaller. It's going to be easier. At the end, you will see that we multiply the top and top together. 4 times 5 is 20 over 1 times 1, which is just 1. 20 over 1 is just going to be 20. So 4 over 3 times 15 is going to be 20, and the minus is right here already. Alright, one more step. I'm going to add a 7 on both sides so that this and that will cancel, and I can get the y by itself, we will have y equals to 4 over 3x, and then minus 20 plus 7, that's minus 13. And this right here is the answer. Okay, that's it.